What's up? What's up? What's up? This is your boy King Mal with Me vs. Me podcast, also affiliated with the Sticking Point podcast that has my other partners in it, Mr. Brandon, Mr. Roy, and Mr. G himself. But this podcast, Me vs. Me, is just me versus me. Let's get it. Now, starting out, what today's episode is about is Q&A sessions where individuals have asked many questions to me over my time frame of being my own boss. So I'll be answering 5 of those questions today. The next episode I'll answer more, right? If you have any questions or any concerns or anything, feel free to DM me and I will put that on the list, because the thing is, I want to give you everything as far as my experience or the people that I've been around that helped me out along the way, which is my experience, right? First question, King Mal, what made you feel that you should be an entrepreneur? I'm going to reword your question if you don't mind. Sorry. So Malcolm, when did you decide to be an entrepreneur? I would say I reword it that way, right? And to answer that question, my whole life I've been around entrepreneur. My father, who's my stepfather but is my father, ever since he stepped into my life, was an entrepreneur. I saw the good, the ugly, the bad. Saying that is, I personally went to school and graduated and got my bachelor's and went into corporate America, where I took many leading roles and I dwelled. I was a beast at what I think is with corporate America. I realized is that I was capped at the money I was getting. I was capped at owning my time. See, my family, I couldn't go visit my family like I wanted to because I had to work. And that did. So I left corporate America and I ended up partnering with a company that made me a 1099, right? I was a contractor and I was working and I made a lot of money in leaderships and other leaders I've seen, whatever, right? And it became more about my jewelry, not mine, but the jewelry, the cars, this, oh, I made this money, this. And it went away from what I actually started. The reason why I started seeing that they were just doing things. Oh, well, just do it to get this. So I separated myself. And in doing so, I thought I was able to bounce back from separating myself from them. But I wasn't for a short period of time. And in that short period of time, let me just be real, I lost everything. Evictions. I lost everything. Because I lost everything, I built a lot of character. My character as a man, as a human being, is different. See, a lot of people fall flat on their face and they just worry about being bumped and bruised and their face is scarred and, oh man, what are people going to think? But see, then there's those individuals that have a certain type of, they have that lion, they have that eagle. So no matter what you throw at me, I'm always going to push up, and I did. And the reason why I pushed up is because it wasn't just about me. I knew the conversation was different. Let's get to the next question. King Mal, I guess I answered this question already. What was one of the worst times as an entrepreneur to realign myself and focus on me? Because listen, I want everyone to know this. If you don't focus on you, if you don't put you first, you're not going to be able to help anybody else. If you don't say, hey, me, the person in the mirror, let me take care of you. Let me forget about everybody else for a moment and let me take care of you. If you don't do that, then you just failed everybody else. You have to make sure that you're okay. You got to get yourself financially right, healthy, spiritually healthy, mentally healthy. You got to get yourself to that point before you can worry about everybody. Next question. Okay. What advice would you give new entrepreneurs or up-and-coming entrepreneurs? First and foremost, shout out to Mr. FICO himself. I went to an event over the weekend and this gentleman opened my mind. Matter of fact, the mastermind opened my mind with the ALP firm. Shout out Chantel, salute to you for an amazing event. Mr. FICO opened my eyes. All my years of entrepreneurship, I've been hustling. I've been hustling all my years of entrepreneurship. The reason is because I knew how to get money, but I didn't know how to make that money stay in rotation. Oh. I knew how to get that bag, but I didn't know how to make sure that bag consistently came over and over and over without me working so hard. I just knew how to grind and hustle. This event opened my eyes up and showed me that, hey, you need to stop hustling and become a true, not entrepreneur, but CEO. See, I know what that looks like. I know what that means. I know what to do. But now it's time to generate income from other people that generates income from my businesses. Change other people's lives that automatically change my life. Open doors for other people so that other doors can be open for me. It's not selfish. You're changing. That's what McDonald's did. People that employees at McDonald's are opening doors for other people, right? That's what all these other business owners are doing. But we don't talk about it. We feel, oh man, you sound like it's all about. No, it's not all about me. If I change somebody else's life because of an opportunity that I have, just as well as it changes mine. Not selfish, strategic. Go. Next question. Do you or are you partnering with any other businesses, or do you do it on your own? Let me be real with you. There's no entrepreneur in this world. I don't care what they say. I got it from the muscle by myself. I don't care what they say. They had to get knowledge from somebody. Sometimes they got to get funding from somebody. Sometimes they need a slap in the head from somebody. There's no entrepreneur that did it on their own, unless they're still in the beginning phases for the past 10 years. Now, when I say this, I mean, if you're looking at making six figures, making at least your first 50 bands or whatever, you still need someone. I don't care if you're a shirt company and you're like, oh, I'm gonna press this. You still need someone to design it for you. I don't care if you can design it. You still need somebody. You still need a computer to do what you need to do, right? That being said, thank God for Apple. Listen, the reason I've been able to be so successful is because I've been able to network with a lot of people. I created a sales team that, in one of my business partners, we just started this year. We're averaging just one of my business partners $8,000 a month. The conversation's different. Now think about it. We done added multiple business partners in that arena. We done added multiple. Network. Don't be a network. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be not the smartest person in the room. I love it. Put me in a room full of educated people. Put me in a room to let people around people that need my services of what I do. And then we partner up. I'm telling you, we coming out in 2023. I'm making multiple bags with multiple people because I'm okay with opening up and networking. Don't allow your ego or feel like, oh, I'm going to do it by myself, get in the way. Because I guarantee you, you ain't going to make as much money as you could. What businesses do you currently own? So not to go into too much detail, because I don't like talking about myself, but I love talking about myself. You pick that out. So that being said, what I do, I am a dedicational speaker. So if anyone needs anyone to come push people to get to that next level, I am that person. If you're a business and you do not have anyone or your team's stagnant and they're at a standstill, I will come into your business and push the morale. See, dedication is for a lifetime. I don't need no instant gratification. That's what motivation is all about. Everyone doesn't need it. Let me put it that way. See, the world's so set up on instant. But what do you do when that instant runs out? See, if you think about it, a lot of people, they're like, oh, I got a burst of energy. But when it runs out, they're... But those that show individuals how to control their breathing during the toughest times of the race, how to control their mindset during the toughest times of the race. See, those are the people that are dedicated to doing it when nobody's watching. Those are the people that are dedicated to doing it when it feels like it's the roughest time in the world. See, that's the type of speaker I am. Also, on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, I own a sales team that also does lead generations. So if you have a course, and you're looking to push that out and sell it, and you have a list of individuals that you would like to have my company reach out to, that's what we do. Right outside of that, we started a pressure. And then outside of that, my son is starting a clothing line. And we have other businesses, other real estate investing things. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you so much for joining Me vs. Me podcast today. The next podcast will be 5 other questions, and if you have any, we'll write them on the list as well, and I will be answering those. In America, you're held accountable by someone else. But when you hold yourself accountable, there's no chastisement because you're not dedicated already with them. I hold myself accountable day in and day out. So, that being said, if you're ready, make sure you're ready. Let's get ready. Stay ready. And let's get to the top. This your boy King Mal saying, I salute. Where my theme music? Boom.